Just gonna jump straight into it. My name is Bianca. I'm pretty much just going through the natural process. I've gotten a lot of questions of how long I've been natural, how to go natural, the different hair types, the products I use, when to use them, and how. I'm just gonna get right into it. I have been natural for about 4 years. It's difficult and it's interesting at the same time. You learn a lot about yourself, and you just kind of learn a lot about hair along the way. There are different types of hair. There's four types. There's one, there's two, there's three, and there's four. So one is pretty much just the straightest hair, if you will. Just think about Asian hair. It's bone straight. Two has a little bit more of a body wave. Three is where it's starting to get more textured. You're going into your curl patterns. And then four is more on the kinky coily side. Um, Me personally, I am a 4B, 4C, and I'll get into what that means. Within each category, with the exception of one, you have A, B, and C. So A being more of a wave, B kind of going more into a curl, and then C being more of a coil. So you have two A, B, and C, and then you have three A, B, and C, and you have four A, B, and C. So like I said, I'm in between a 4B and a 4C. So I'm really on the curly, coily side. And the products that I use are mostly for moisture retention, oil, because if you do not know, now you know that coily hair breaks very easily. Straight hair, the oils from the scalp travel easily to the ends of your hair, if that makes sense. People with curly hair, we have a little bit harder of a time, so we really have to help our hair out. So I have a few products that I use. I really have probably about 40 or 50 products that I've tried over the course of the past 4 years. A lot of trial and error, just learning what works best for me, what works best for my hair. Um, but I'm just going to go through a few products that I use. My favorite product that I have right now is a bottle mixture. I don't have the actual bottle. I wish I did. It's Jamaican castor oil, dark, and I mixed it with coconut oil. This is not the original color of Jamaican castor oil. Jamaican castor oil is very dark, very, very thick, kind of like a serum. This is infused with vitamin A, D, and E, I believe. You can get it at your local hair store. I will put in the link below of the hair stores that I go to. I go to BSW strictly in my area, but I'm pretty sure that they have it all over, and you can get it for a good deal on eBay is where I first tried it, and I believe it came with a good sized bottle, and it came with the applicator for I believe like $6 or $7. Um, yes, coconut oil. Everybody knows about coconut oil. If you do not know about coconut oil, you need to look up on coconut oil. It's good for cooking. I usually go shopping and I get one to cook with, and I get one for my body. Likewise, olive oil, which I don't have in front of me, but virgin olive oil is also my go-to. I get one to cook with, I get one for my body, and I get one for my hair. What coconut oil does, like with any other oil, it pretty much just seals in moisture, which is the next thing that I was going to say. Moisture is very, very, very important when you are natural. Oil means absolutely nothing without moisture. So if you are not combining the two, case in point, if you are oiling your hair but you are not adding in a leave-in, which I like, this one is my favorite one. Garnier Fructis is my ultimate favorite leave-in. It makes my hair very soft. It makes my hair very manageable. Combing through it is great. It smells great. The price is decent. I'm not really fond of um, products like Fructis. I'm usually more of a supporter for curly hair products, Afrocentric products, but I will say that this is probably the only European product that I really do support. Also, just for me, kids, if you have kids, the bottle's kind of messed up, I'm sorry, but if you have kids, just for me, hair milk is amazing. I used it before I put myself onto the Fructis. It's really great for kids. Your hair is super soft in the summertime. It was amazing for me. This is actually the leave-in detangler, which is okay. I really recommend and I really prefer the leave-in conditioner, which comes in more of a rectangular bottle. It's like a lotion. It's amazing for your hair, and I would recommend it for kids. But what I have, if you can kind of hear it, is a little mix of what I have. Right now inside of this, it's this leave-in detangler, some of the leave-in conditioner for this brand. It also has coconut oil, olive oil, and it's just mixed in with some water. And what I do is when I have my hair braided like I do now, I usually just spritz it into the roots in addition to, you know, oiling it with my castor oil blend, just to make sure that in addition to my scalp being oiled, it's also being locked in with moisture. Next, I have this, I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar with from their childhood. It's just the Pink Luster, the oil moisturizer. I'm not too fond of it now as an adult, but it was something that my mom used a lot to do my hair. I actually use that in with my braids, so it's not something that I would use for, you know, every hairstyle. But I mean, if you want to throw it in before you braid your hair, of course, in addition to a moisturizer, detangler, a spray, and to seal them with your oil, then you know that's fine. I will mention that it's not the best to get a crisp blowout. When you are, you know, blowing your hair, I wouldn't recommend putting this in prior to that. I would just stick to um, a heat protectant, whether that's a spray or a serum, either or is fine. And lastly, I would say the silicone is amazing. I just started to use silicone with my lace front that I bought. Um, I have the bamboo right now. There's a regular, just a plain silicone. But for me personally, the silicone is amazing. It softens my hair. I will forewarn you though that with this, your hair may feel rough when you are washing your hair with the silicone shampoo. Also, the texture of it is very, very thick and globby. So not to worry, your hair may feel really harsh when you are washing it with the silicone, but as you know, you go on and condition also, I would recommend conditioning with the silicone, but whatever you have is fine. But the silicone conditioner is amazing. It softens, and the shine it gives it is completely amazing. Any silicone that you have is fine. It doesn't have to be bamboo. I tried bamboo for the first time and I fell in love with it, so that's what I'm going to continue to use. But I believe any silicone mix would be fine. Um, but that pretty much sums up some of what I've been doing going forward. I do plan on making a few more videos to go into depth about how to make homemade conditioners, homemade oils, just tips on how to blow dry hair, because I have gotten a lot of comments of people saying, you know, how do you, you know, sit there and blow dry, and you know, how do you deal with the fro, because it's a lot to deal with when you're first starting to become natural. And it took me a long time. When I first started to blow dry my hair, it would take me an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, because it was so thick and I was getting used to the texture. I was getting used to how to manage. Now it'll probably take me about 15 minutes to get through my hair blow dried, nice, straight, um, soft, manageable, you know, but it takes a little bit. So I'm going to go into that. I will add in the links for as many products as I can, where I buy them. Um, Please subscribe below. But I will be coming back with more information about the products I use, the techniques. If you have any questions or you want to see any specific videos, just let me know. Thanks for watching.